Hi crafters, this is Crafty Savvy and I'm back today to share my latest journal with you. So this journal is a little different than the journals that I've been making more recently. So before I started making these journals, like sort of vintage journals with coffee stained papers and fabrics and things like that, I used to really be into making more like a book style where the pages were thicker, made of envelopes or cards or cardstock, and sort of building the pages myself. And that was just before I got into the whole, vintage look in coffee stained papers and like thinner papers, copy paper, and that sort of thing. So I wanted to mix the love for making books sort of from scratch with a more vintage style. And so what I decided to do this time was still create a fabric journal and sort of follow that vintage feel, but makes my pages a little bit more solid. So this is, quite a solid book. So what I decided to do was, and I'm sure that we have these or something like it. We all have them. In the past, this was kind of a popular thing to do, was to go out and purchase like a value pack, and these are from Recollections from Michaels, and they often go on sale. And these are cards and envelopes, so you get cards and envelopes together. You get 25 of them. There's the size of the ones I used for this. They're 4 inches by 5.5 inches. And so what you get are the envelopes, like these, and they're really nice and thick, sort of cardstock, and the cards to go with them. They're already pre-scored for you. So I have quite a few of these packs of various sizes and colors, and I just I want to go through them and start using them all up, and so that's how I came up with this journal. So I used those. I have 4 signatures in there. As well, for the papers that I used, I went back to this, and I showed this last time, this paper pad, scripts and music notes. I got this at my Dollarama for $4, and I can't really, like, it has beautiful papers. I've already shown you the, done a sort of quick flip through this pad, but so I tore into it and I used a bunch of pages. Matter of fact, I think I used one of every sheet that was in here. So I just wanted to show you that. And I also, okay, I'll show you what else I used as we go through it. So anyway, this is a fabric cover, and I used a vintage, so this is a really old runner. I guess it was like a table runner, and I cut it up. I did sewing all the way around. I have this vintage lace that I don't quite remember where I got it. Probably a garage sale. It was in some, I don't really remember anyways, but it is quite beautiful. It has sort of a rosy peach tinge to it. And so I decided to follow those colors because it went very well with the flowers on the fabric, which are it's also got sort of like a peachy hue to it. So that's the trim that I used, and I just put some on the side there to cover up my binding, the sewing that I did. And that's the back. And it's very plain, and I kind of like it like that. It feels very good and solid in your hand. So this is vintage trim, and I have a mother of pearl piece that I got from my friend Susan. Thank you, Susan. And there are some sort of peach colored paper flowers there. and it's closed. I have eyelets on both sides, and I closed it with some more lace. Okay, so we'll just go inside. So on the inside is a vintage doily that I attached, and so here's what I mean. There aren't any paper per se, thin paper or coffee paper or coffee dyed papers in here. They're all like solid pages made from those envelopes and cards that I showed you. So I'll just take you through it really quick. Like I said, there's 4 signatures. So on this page, there's just a little, I made a little pocket on the front here, the paper clip and some extra paper inside there. And then there are a lot of pockets. So this one has a pocket, and I made cards to go inside. I left the backs blank so that you could write or journal or attach photos without having too much too much in the way in terms of you know, embellishments or decorative paper. Sorry about that. Of course, when you get on camera, if things get stuck. And then on this side, I have a doily from my stash, and then I have these vellum envelopes and cards. They came like this. This one says Our Memories, and I got those at Michael's. I believe they're Recollections. I can just show you here. These cards and envelopes. Sorry if there's a glare. There were a couple of patterns in there. These are 2015, so I don't know, you probably could find something similar to those, but I'm not sure if you'll find the same ones. So there's some of the vellum and foil paper from the paper pad, and there's some vintage lace on there. And then on this page, I have these pockets are also from Michael's adhesive library pockets, and there are a bunch of different patterns inside each one, and these were 2016, so don't know if you'd find them, but you probably, I think I've still seen things like this in the store. So I adhered those, and there's little journaling cards inside each one with some lace on the top there. And then there's a little flap. So on this side I just put some, you know, sort of plain paper so that you could journal. And then, oops, I forgot to put something on my string, and I'll show you what I did for the center of the signatures, because I made a mistake now. I attached to the strings from the middle of the signature these Tim Holtz, what are they called? Type tokens. That's how they, sorry, the glare is bad, but that's how they look. They're Tim Holtz. And so from the end of the strings, I just tied one of those. This one says Story. So that's what I did, and that's what I should have done right here, but I obviously missed it. So I'll go back and fix that. So again, I used some more of those vellum pockets and attached a piece of lace as a pull. Put some more lace there. So same thing on this side. Some blank space for journaling. There's another library card and a tag inside. And some more vintage lace. And then here I just have a little envelope that I made out of the vellum with a journaling card and a doily that just tucks in there. And then this page also has a pocket on the side, and the same thing like on the front. This is just a little pocket and some extra bits inside. So that's like the first signature, and I tried to make them all kind of different. So second signature is I made a pocket here with the vellum and foil paper, trimmed it with some lace, These are also something I got at Michael's. They're just called tags. And that's the package. You get 6 in there. And these are also from 2015. I'm sorry, everything is like old stuff, but I'm trying to go through my stash and use up what I have and stop buying until I get some of this stuff used up. So they're really cute. So I just left those blank inside so that you could write inside there. And that just tucks in there. And then you can attach photos if you'd like. And then this is a tuck up here, and these are some more, just another different style. They're not vellum pockets, but there's just little pockets that house these little cards. And same thing, they're cards and envelopes from Recollections, also from 2016. So I just used the card this time and stuck it in there. These are also open. I'll never get this in there now, but if you really wanted to, you could get a tag in there. And some vintage lace. And then on this one, I just lined it with paper and made little pockets here. There's some vintage lace on here that I avocado stained quite some time ago, but it's peach, so it kind of matched. And then, like I showed you before, that's just the center of the signature. And then, so I just have a little vellum tag inside that little tuck there. And then you can, this has a little journaling card in there also. It says, I love you. And that's the second signature. Sorry, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm a little tired. So another journaling card inside there, a pocket with some vellum, and just this is a card, a cutout from the paper pad, which I just put in there. Okay, so this is the third signature, and there's a little journaling card in the pocket here. And then I made this pocket so that you could tuck something in there, and then it flips up and you can either attach photos or do some journaling there if you'd like. And that flips down. That's some vintage lace there. And then here there's another, oops, sorry, I'm out of frame. There's another pocket here with a tag, so you could do some writing there if you'd like. And then this one has some more of that beautiful vellum paper, and I just tore, I did some sewing. I didn't sew every page, but I sewed quite a few of them. And then this is a journaling card from the paper pad, and it just goes right in there. And some more eyelet trim there. And then I love this. Doesn't that look beautiful? There's just a little flag that I made there with this teeny tiny little tag. And then here's another Tim Holtz type token. It says noted. I sewed my signatures in with mini yarn because I wanted something durable. And so that's what I used. And just room for photos. Here's another library pocket that I folded so that I could have 2 pockets. Some vintage lace. And there's a pocket here. And then this is the same thing, a journaling card. And you can flip this up for more journals or journaling or photos. And the last signature is this one, and I just tore some paper to make a pocket. I did some sewing around the edges. This is from the paper pad. Love this paper. There's another journaling card inside this pocket here on the side. This is just a pocket, some extra ephemera. That goes there. Oops, I guess I forgot to put some glue in there. And this page is just a little flag. You could tuck, this is some ephemera, you could just tuck that up into there. And some more lace trim. Little pockets here. Oh, that paper is just, oh, so beautiful. And that goes in there. Another little flaps here. You can attach a photo. There's some lace for pull, and I believe I got these pockets at Michael's also. And then I just put some extra ephemera in there for writing. And this is the same thing. And the last page is just another one of those vellum pockets and cards. And that just goes in there. You can tuck something up in there if you'd like. You can tuck something in there. This one has a card also in the side pocket. And that's the back. Just a little tuck up there. And that's the back. Last page. And so that is it. That's my journal that I made with a little bit more of a solid pages to it, as opposed to our regular you know, coffee stained copy pages. But I just wanted to give this a try and sort of use up my cards and envelopes, because I have quite a few of them, so I think I'll make a few more like this and see how it goes. I really like them. I like the way it feels. So that's it, you guys. So I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. The pages were really fairly easy to construct, and yeah. So I hope you guys are all doing well, and we will be back real soon, okay? Take care, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.